everyone, this is Group 1. We are here to teach you the significance of reproduction. Should we start?
First of all, do you have any idea what is the importance of tree reproduction? Otherwise, this video will help you to increase our knowledge of reproduction.
What is reproduction? Reproduction is a biological process by which an organism reproduces an offspring that is biologically similar to the organism.
Reproduction enables and ensures the continuity of species. Generation after generation, it is the main future of life on Earth.
The main significance of reproduction is to maintain the continuity of the species. It also helps in study evolution as sexual reproduction results in variation amongst species.
Why the reproduction is one of the most important characteristics of living beings. Because it is the necessity of the living being organism to increase their number in order to maintain the continuity of the species. Reproduction is the process through which one organism gives rise to a similar organism of its own kind.
It is one of the most important characteristics of the living organism. This is the method which allows the survival of the species. If reproduction does not take place, no living being will survive on the earth and all the organisms will go extinct.
Here are some facts about reproduction. Did you know that the reproduction system contains the largest and smallest human cells?
For your information, ancient Egyptians used contraception thousands of years ago. Some animals have very strange reproductive system. Have you ever thought that the kangaroo has 3 vagina? Isn't it surprising? The 2 vaginas are used for accepting sperm and mating, and the central vagina is used for birthing.
Now, let us have a detailed interview of reproduction to the continuation of species. Some organisms look and exactly like their parents. Others share many similar traits, but they are unique individuals. Some species have 2 parents, whereas others have just one.
How an organism reproduces determines the amount of similarity the organism have to its parent or parents. There are 2 types of reproduction, asexual and sexual reproduction. Each of these processes ensures that the parental generation gives genetic material, DNA, to its offspring.
And what is sexual reproduction? Sexual reproduction involves 2 parents and product offspring that are genetically unique.
Sexual reproduction is a better mode of reproduction. It allows the formation of new variants by the combination of the DNA from 2 different individuals, typically one of each sex.
It involves the fusion of the male and female gametes to produce the variants, which are not identical to their parents and themselves.
Meanwhile, the asexual reproduction involves one parent and produce offspring that are genetically identically to each other and to the parent.
Humans are one example of living things whose
The
reproduction
advantage of sexual
procedure is
reproductions
sexual.
are the species can adapt to new environments due to variation, which give them a survival advantages. And disease is likely to affect all individuals in a population.
Of course, it has a disadvantages and disadvantages of sexual reproduction. Our time and energy are needed to find a mate. It is not possible for an isolated individual to reproduce.
Though asexual, reproduction is faster and more energy efficient. Sexual reproduction better promotes genetic diversity through new combinations of alleles during meiosis and fertilization.
Fungi are living things whose reproduction process is asexual reproduce. Fungi reproduce asexually by fragmentation, fooding, or producing spores. Fragments of hyphae can grow new colonies. Mycelial fragmentation occurs when fungal mycelium with each component going into a separate nucleus somatic cell in the yeast complex.
The advantage of sexual reproduction are only one parent are needed. It is more time and energy efficient as you don't need meat.
And the disadvantage are, it does not lead to genetic variation of population. Disease may affect all the individual in a population.
Why should we learn about reproduction? It is important that we know reproduction because this is where life began. Everything that has life is the reason why it lives.
And this is where the Trivia video ends. I hope you learned something from our presentation.
And again, we are Group 1. Thank you.